Hello everyone, if you see here, this is a Cisco modeling lab. Here we done the Ospf. You can see this is a topology what we use here. If you see, we are using R1, R2, and we are using the switch 1, switch 2, and we have the PC1, PC2. So here we enable the Ospf between these two router R1 and R2, and then we tested it is working perfectly. Let me show you the configuration whatever we done here. If you see, this is the R1 configuration here. This is a Ospf basic lab. Here we done the R1 configuration. Enable config T host name we change as a R1. We assign the IP for both the interface. And if you see, we wrote router Ospf 100. We use one side as a 100, another side we use as a 200. If you see here, we use 200. So we enable the Ospf by using the network command here, and you can see here also we assign the network command. We use the network command here also. And this is the Linux machine we are using in the Cisco CML. So how to configure? We have this command to configure the IP and the gateway inside the Linux machine. And you can see here I am using the router R1 and R2. You can see here, let me show you. Here we have the root. Let me make this up, and you can see here this is a routing table. We check by using the command show IP root, and if you see, we are getting the Ospf root here. This O is coming from the Ospf. The matrix is 20, and the next hop is 192.168.12.2, and from 8 minutes this neighborship is up, and leaving interface is 80 Ethernet 0/0, this one. And after that, if you want, we can check the database table also here. If you see here, this is the configuration what we done, and let me show you the database table what we checked just now. We will use show IP Ospf database. We use this one to get the database information. If you see, we have the router ID we have here, and then if you see process ID what we taken, I am inside in the R2. For R2 we taken the process ID is 200, and if you see, we have the router LSA and we have the network LSA here. So this is the information what we have. And if you see here, we have the neighbor table. If I write show IP Ospf neighbor, you can get the neighbor.